Hello friends, today we are diving into Tata Motors, India's automotive giant. Is now the time to buy, hold or sell? In this deep dive, we will cover current valuation, growth prospects, risks and my personal stance. If you are serious about India's auto and EV story, hit subscribe, Finance Eco India and ring the bell. Let's get started. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational and information purpose only and does not constitute financial investment or trading advice. The content represents the personal opinion of the creator and is not recommended to buy, sell or hold any securities. As of July 7 to 8, 2025, Tata Motor is trading around 689 per share. While the stock has been relatively flat in the past few days, it has shown strong medium-term performance, up nearly 8.7% over the last 3 months, and a whopping 60% gain over the past 3 years. That tells us long-term investors have been rewarded despite short-term volatility. Now let's talk about what analysts think. Based on the data from 33 analysts, the consensus breakdown like this: 2 strong buy, 10 buy, 12 suggest for hold, and 3 suggest for sell. Overall, the average rating is a buy, which shows cautious optimism. This mix tells us there is confidence in Tata Motors, especially with its EV and restructuring story, but also some concern over macro risk and margin pressure. From a valuation standpoint, the stock appears attractively priced. Trailing PE is around 11. Price to book is around 2.0 and price to sell is around 0.56. Compared to peers in the auto or EV sector, these numbers suggest undervaluation, especially given its EV growth potential and improving fundamentals. However, there one thing to note: its 6-month beta is 2.12, which is quite high. That means the stock is highly volatile. It moves more sharply than the overall market. Great for traders, but risky for conservative investors. Bottom line is strong long-term returns, favorable analyst sentiment, undervalued valuation, but pair with high volatility. Ideal for investor with a medium to high risk appetite. Let's start with profitability, a key factor for any long-term investor. ROE, return on equity, which measures how effectively a company uses shareholders' money, has averaged a solid 23.96% over the last 5 years. That's strong, especially for a capital-intensive sector like auto manufacturing. However, recent years has seen a damping in profits, largely due to rising input costs, margin pressure, and macroeconomic headwinds. Coming to Q1 Financial 26 results, they have sent mixed signals. Tata's UK-based subsidiary, Jaguar Land Rover, has trimmed its EBITDA guidance, which basically means lower than expected profitability going forward. Leading brokerage Nomura, Nuvama, and Motilal Oswal has flagged concerns around 3 key areas: margin stress in both the passenger vehicle and JR segments, sluggish sales in China, a key growth market, and rising US tariffs, especially on EV and hybrid vehicles, which could hit exports. On the credit rating front, there's a silver lining. Global agency Moody's has reaffirmed Tata Motors' credit rating at Ba1 with a positive outlook. This shows confidence in the company's long-term direction, particularly the EV push and restructuring plans. Meanwhile, JLR's credit rating has been upgraded from Ba2 to Ba1, reflecting operational improvement and a stronger balance sheet metrics. In summary, While Tata Motors has a strong profitability track record, historically near-term pressure, especially from JLR guidance cut and global risks are real. However, steady improvements in global credit ratings suggest institutional confidence in its medium to long-term recovery. Now let's talk about what's powering the future of Tata Motor. Let's break this into three major pillars. First is EV expansion, SUV demand, and the corporate demerger. So in EV expansion, Tata Motor has been a first mover in India's electric vehicle space, and the number shows it. As of Q4 2024, Tata held 12% market share in EVs, and they have set a bold target of 30% EV share by 2030. To back this vision, the company has committed a massive 33,000 to 35,000 crore rupees investment between financial year 26 to financial year 30. This will go into both new passenger vehicles launches and EV innovation. Two flagship EVs, Harrier EV and Curvv EV, were recently launched, signaling that Tata is not just aiming for budget EVs but also going premium. On top of that, they have launched plans for a local gigafactory by 2026, which could massively reduce cost and supply chain risks. Globally, SUV sales rose by 14% in 2024, and Tata is capitalizing on this boom. Their internal combustion and EV SUVs are gaining market share. Meanwhile, Jaguar Land Rover continues to dominate the luxury SUV segment, contributing significantly to Tata's premium brand image and exports. And the third pillar, Tata Motors is undergoing a major corporate split, which will result in two listed entities, passenger and EV division, commercial vehicle division. This restructuring is strategic. It will allow each entity to focus on its core operations, improve transparency for investors, and unlock value, especially as the EV business starts to scale. In summary, Tata Motors is making aggressive moves in EVs, riding strong SUV demand, and realigning its corporate structure for focused growth. These are solid long-term drives that could power the next leg of its stock rally. While Tata Motors has some strong long-term growth stories, there are also critical risks that investors must watch closely. Margin pressure. Let us start with profitability. Tata's premier arm, Jaguar Land Rover, recently cut its EBITDA margin guidance from 6.9% down to 6%. This may not sound like a big drop, but in the auto industry, even a 0.5 to 1% shift in margin has a major impact on bottom line earnings. This suggests pressure from rising costs, currency fluctuation, and supply side constraints. Global headwinds on the micro front that are getting tense. Demand in China, one of Tata's key international market, is weakening. At the same time, rising US trade tariffs, especially on vehicles and EV components, could hurt export volume and raise costs. These factors add volatility and could dent global revenue contributions, particularly from JLR. One of the biggest red flags is debt. Analysts from platforms like Smart Investing and Alpha Spread highlights that Tata Motor continues to carry a high debt burden, especially post-COVID and JLR investment. With cash flows under pressure and EVs capex still ongoing, there are risks of liquidity stress if sale growth doesn't keep pace. Valuation risks. Despite its low PE, some analysts are turning cautious. Notably, Jefferies had downgraded Tata Motor to underperform and reduced their target price to around 660, citing concern over execution risk and valuation re-rating. In summary, Tata Motor is still on a transformation path, but margin stress, macro shocks, death level, analyst downgrade are key risks that could impact its near to medium term performance. Let's talk numbers and forecast because this is where retail and institutional decision often align. Analysts tracking Tata Motor have placed 12-month price target with a wide range from rupees 578 on the lower end to rupees 900 on the higher end, with the average target around rupees 728. At the current price of rupees 689, this implies a modest upside of 5 to 6% if it hits the average target and as much as 30% if it reaches the upper range. The wide spread reflects both optimism and caution, depending on how well Tata Motor executes its EV and global growth strategy. Looking ahead, Tata Motors operating revenue is projecting to grow at a CAGR of around 8%, driven by EV expansion, SUV sales, and JLR export. But here's the catch. Net income, that is profit, is projected to grow at only 1% to 8%. That suggests while sales may rise, margin could stay under pressure, particularly due to high input costs, restructuring, expense and macro uncertainties. Dividend stock.cash and alpha spread estimates Tata Motor fair value to be around rupees 870. This gives us a potential upside of 15% from current levels. If those fair value model hold true, that's encouraging for long-term investors. But the ride might be bumpy. In summary, analysts expect moderate returns in the next year driven by sales growth but limited by margin risk. If Tata hits operational target and macro trends stabilizes, there's still a solid 15% plus upside potential. So friends, now let's look beyond charts and analysts and dive into what retail investors are saying on Reddit and public forums. Once popular Reddit sentiment sums it up. Debt free soon, trade buy if you can wait 10 years. 4 companies in one. This reflects a long-term bullish outlook. Many retail investors view Tata Motor as a multi-layered investment. JLR, a global luxury brand with massive recovery and EV potential. Tata EV, India's early mover in electric cars, passenger vehicles, domestic dominance in SUVs and hatchback, commercial vehicle, stronghold in logistic and fleet markets. The community believes that once restructuring is complete and EV plus JLR profitability kicks in, Tata Motor could deliver multi-bagger returns for those willing to stay invested for 5 to 10 years. Sentiment is particularly bullish on JLR's performance in the global luxury SUVs market. Tata's aggressive EV roadmap includes models like Harrier EV and Curvv EV, the idea that debt will gradually reduce, unlocking higher margins and stability. In short, retail boys are patient but optimistic, calling Tata Motor a future giant hiding in plain sights. They view temporary setbacks as buying opportunity. Bottom line, the Reddit crowd is not chasing short-term pops. They are seeing a value tech automobile play that could shine by 2030. Let's break it down based on your risk appetite and time horizon. Buy Tata Motors if you believe in India's long-term EV story and Tata's leadership in that space. See potential in rising SUV demand and premium push through JLR. Trust the ongoing restructuring, splitting into passenger and commercial units as a move that can unlock hidden value. And you are comfortable riding out short-term volatility, especially in margins and international markets. In short, long-term investors with moderate to high risk tolerance could view this as a value opportunity with a strong future upside. Hold. When does it make sense to wait and watch? Hold the stock if you are already invested and still believe in the growth story, but you are a bit cautious about short-term headwinds. Global macro risk like tariffs, weak China sales, or rising input costs make you hesitant to add more right now. You are willing to review again after the next earnings season or clarity on EV margins. Basically, hold it if you are cautiously optimistic but don't want to commit more capital yet. Sell or avoid. What should stay away? Avoid or exit the stock if you are a low risk investor seeking stability and steady returns. You are uncomfortable with global exposure, especially via JLR, which is subjected to macro trade and currency risk. You don't want to be on execution heavy restructuring or future demand predictions. Bottom line, Tata Motor is a buy for long-term believers, a hold for cautious optimistic, and a sell only if you prioritize low risk and near-term safety. So friends, after weighing the risks, rewards and valuations, what should a smart investor do with Tata Motors right now? The current market price is around rupees 689, while the fair value is estimated near rupees 870. That's roughly a 15 to 80% upside potential, indicating that a stock is still undervalued. Add to that, Tata Motor has a clear aggressive EV strategy targeting 30% EV penetration by 2030, backed by rupees 33,000 to 35,000 crore in planned investments. Combine that with a strong SUV demand and ongoing corporate restructuring, and it's clear that long-term thesis remains strong. However, due to near-term margin pressure, especially from JLR trim profitability and global headwinds like tariffs and weak China demand, the stock might remain volatile in the short run. So what's the strategy? Hold to buy. That means don't rush to buy everything at once. Accumulate gradually on market dips, especially if the stock falls below rupees 650. Use correction as buying opportunities while still monitoring key risks. Indicators like JLR margins, global debt levels, and quarterly results. So the bottom line is that Tata Motors offer a compelling long-term opportunity, but it's best approach with a staggered buying plan. Be patient, stay informed, and build your position smartly over time. So guys, let me know in comments. Are you buying, holding or exiting Tata Motors? If this deep dive helped, please hit like, share and subscribe. Finance Eco India. Coming up next, we will dive into Maruti versus MG versus Hyundai. Don't miss it. Thank you. Jai Hind.